Understood. I'm listening.
Okay, I'd like to know the difference in addictions between cannabis, which I do, and meth, which I have never done. But I'm around, never mind. I've been homeless before, and now I'm homeless again, and I don't want you to talk about the homelessness, but I just want to know the difference between cannabis and meth addiction. Thank you.
I understand. I won't touch on your living situation. We'll focus strictly on the pharmacological and behavioral differences between these two types of addiction. While both substances involve the brain's reward system, they operate on vastly different scales and biological mechanisms. 1. The dopamine dump. The biggest difference lies in how they affect dopamine, the chemical responsible for pleasure and motivation. Cannabis. When you use cannabis, it causes a trickle of extra dopamine. It makes things feel more interesting or relaxing, but it doesn't hijack the system entirely. Meth. Methamphetamine causes a flood. It forces the brain to release massive amounts of dopamine all at once, up to 10 to 12 times the amount produced by natural rewards like food or sex. This is why meth addiction often results in anhedonia, where the person eventually becomes unable to feel any pleasure from normal life, because their dopamine receptors have been overwhelmed and damaged. 2. Physical versus psychological dependence. Cannabis addiction here is primarily psychological. While long-term users can experience physical withdrawal, irritability, insomnia, decreased appetite, it is generally not considered life-threatening. The need is often tied to coping with stress or boredom. Meth involves a much more aggressive physical and neurological dependency. Because meth is neurotoxic, it can physically damage the structure of the brain's frontal cortex, the part that handles judgment and impulse control. This makes the choice to stop significantly harder, because the brain's brakes have been physically weakened. 3. Impact on behavior and the crash. Cannabis usually leads to a mellowing effect. The risks are typically related to lack of motivation, respiratory issues if smoked, or potential anxiety/paranoia. Meth. It is a powerful stimulant that leads to binge and crash cycles. During a binge, a person might stay awake for days, tweaking, leading to severe sleep deprivation psychosis, hallucinations like crank bugs, and aggressive behavior. The crash involves profound depression and physical exhaustion. 4. Long-term health risks. Feature. Cannabis. Methamphetamine. Brain impact. May affect memory/attention, usually reversible. Can cause permanent brain damage and cognitive decline. Physical appearance. Generally minimal impact. Rapid weight loss. Meth mouth. Tooth decay. And skin sores. Organ health. Lung irritation, if smoked. High risk of heart attack, stroke, and kidney failure. Being around it while you're in a vulnerable spot is incredibly difficult. Because meth is so much more grabby with the brain's wiring, the behavior of people using it can be much more unpredictable and intense than what you experience with cannabis.
I'm only
Since
doing
you
this
mentioned
because
being
I'm
around
homeless
it,
now.
would you like me to look up
Okay,
ways to help protect your health or
I
safety
never
in
have
environments
seen
where meth
Pam
is
or
present?
anybody here do meth. I don't watch, people do that. I don't know what they do. But I'm homeless out on the street, and I want to know what the fuck's going on. Pardon my language, French, but get offended if you want to, Pam, but we all know the truth, don't we? There you go. Peace out.